Hi, Michael Buffer here, and you are watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out. I'm FAISAL Khan, and I'm delighted to be joined by one of the main figures of Sky Sports Boxing, Mr. Adam Smith. We're here ahead of the big card on Saturday night at the O2 Arena.
Massive card.
Massive card.
It is, isn't it?
Josh Taylor versus Regis Progress, the Muhammad Ali Trophy final at the O2 Arena. Talk to us about the fight, Adam.
The fight's fabulous. The card's wonderful. I think top to bottom, one of the great cards of 2019, maybe the best that Eddie's put on. I think it's brilliant that we're working with the Salons and the World Boxing Super Series final. It's the perfect final, isn't it? It's the one that we all wanted to see. The unbeaten American, the unbeaten Scot, Josh Taylor is one of our favourite fighters, one of our best fighters. I think he's done everything right. Great pedigree, beautiful skills, and unbeaten. But Regis Prograis is every bit as good. He's powerful, he's wild, he's unpredictable, he can box well too. Came to the sport later in different circumstances than Josh did, but that makes it all the more exciting. He's been here 3 weeks, he's got a 12-man team, he's taken it absolutely, professionally and seriously. He's not come, for the money, he's come to pick up that trophy, he's come to prove that he's number one in the world and that he will go on to become the superstar that many in America feel he will. But there's many in Britain that think Josh Taylor is one of, if not our best fighter. So it's a perfect matchup. It's the one we all wanted to see, and I cannot wait.
Adam, going into this fight, who would you have as the favourite? Who would you think is the favourite to win this fight?
Well, I was told yesterday that Regis Prograis was the slight favourite with the bookmakers. I find that surprising. I think Josh Taylor's naturally the bigger man, and I think that he's also got that pedigree that I was talking about, which I think in fights like this, and you can help. Regis came through the sort of quieter way, then Luda Bella got hold of him, and listen, we've seen what he's done in the last couple of years. He's been ferocious, he's been brilliant. The win over Kirill Relik, he's been fantastic, and he's a real hot fighter. But I'm surprised that he's a slight favourite also in Britain too. I see it as a 50-50 fight. It is. It's going to be that close, I think. I don't know. I might edge towards Taylor just because of pedigree and size, but it's whoever gets their tactics right on the night. I think it'll be nip and tuck. I think there'll be plenty of rounds that are close, so I think it'll be really exciting because I think you're watching top draw boxing, and it's fantastic. Whether it's the main event and all the argument with Derek Chisora and all that, what we know is that Chisora Price is a wonderful fight. Yeah. It's a great, intriguing matchup put together at short notice, and it's fantastic for fight fans out there who maybe haven't heard of Regis Prograis or Josh Taylor. They're more the casual fans, the football fans that we're bringing more into boxing, and they love the heavyweight. So I'm really glad there's a big heavyweight clash on the bill. It's also, Chisora starts a favourite, obviously, but you can't run out David Price. He can bang, he can box. He could give Derek Chisora a lot of trouble. So it's very difficult to predict winners of those fights. Plus, also you look at Ricky Burns and Lee Selby. You look at Lawrence Okoli going for the European title, both unbeaten there. It's a fantastic night of boxing when you really can't select winners. It's that's what it's all about.
Talk to me a bit about Chisora Price. We obviously know that Chisora was meant to fight Joseph Parker, but due to illness, Joseph Parker had to pull out the fight, and now you've got David Price stepping in. These two are friends, they know each other very well. What type of a fight do you think we're going to get on Saturday night, and what do you think's in store for the winner? You
said they're friends. It's interesting that they've never fought before, isn't it? After all these years, they've been both sort of hovering around the scene for so long. There'll be no friendship on Saturday night. David Price, I know, has been in training for longer than the notice because we're going to put him on in the Liverpool show with Callum Smith. So I know he's been in the gym since the David Allen fight. They're very, very confident, Joe and the team. And listen, Derek, a new trainer, announced yesterday. He's obviously been around David and Ruben and the whole camp there. But you never know with Derek. He could turn in a blinding performance. He could be flat and slow. You just don't know. He's as unpredictable in the ring as he is outside of it, which adds to the curiosity of the fight. And I really believe that this is one that Price could win early. This is one Chisora could win in the middle rounds. This is one that both of them could win on points. So it's a strange one. You have to go with Derek as the favourite because he has operated at the higher level. He's got better results than David Price over the years, and Price has lost every one of his fights by stoppage. So you've got to go with Chisora. That's what the head should say. But I would not count what David Price did. The confidence that David Allen fight would have given him after all the trouble he's had. It shows us, it reminded us how good a boxer he is. And as you said, he can really punch. So that's a great fight.
I'm going to have to ask you about December, Saudi Arabia, the rematch, Ruiz Joshua 2. Firstly, just want to get your thoughts on the location, going out towards Saudi Arabia. What's your overall take on the location being in Saudi Arabia? Because many thought it could be at Wembley, at Cardiff, even back in Madison Square Garden. But what's your initial thinking about going all the way to Saudi Arabia for this fight?
Yeah, lots of questions about that over the last few weeks. My stand is pretty simple. I wanted the fight in Cardiff. I told Eddie that. I told AJ that I wanted it in Britain. A huge money offer came in from Saudi Arabia and blew that out the water. So we didn't have a choice. It's happening in Saudi. It comes with its complications, logistically, operationally, historically, but I've been out there. A lot of my team have been out there, and we've been very well looked after. The operational plans are coming along nicely. It's something very different. It is a sporting event. We've covered every one of Anthony Joshua's fights since he was a professional. So we're not going to bow out now when it's the most important fight of his life, trying to right maybe the wrong that happened in the Garden, or will Andy Ruiz do it all over again? It's the best rematch of the year. We've also obviously got Wilder and Ortiz on Sky Sports, but this is the one that everyone's waiting for. Can AJ exact revenge? Can Andy Ruiz do it all over again, or do it maybe even quicker this time? It's a fascinating fight. It just happens to be in Saudi Arabia, which is something different, somewhere new. We're going to embrace it as a team. We're going to go out there and we're going to do our best and to broadcast it in the best possible way. So exciting, but not without issues and difficulties too.
What does a defeat in this rematch to Anthony Joshua do for the rest of his career?
Another good question. I think it obviously stalls his career. He'll then have to rethink. He'll have made a lot of money. He told me he wants to fight for another 5-10 years, whether he wins or loses against Andy Ruiz. Obviously, if he does get stopped again, how will he feel? Only he'll be able to answer that in the days or weeks after that. My gut feeling is he can come back in Britain maybe and fight a Dillian White, or fight a Parker or someone like that, and maybe rebuild. But yeah, let's get this one out of the way. If he wins, he's right back up there. We're talking Wilder, Fury, all of those. If he loses, it's not the end. Of course, it's not the end. He's lost a fight.
It's a long way back.
It is a long way back, and we could rebuild him here and back to the O2 and all that. So it's up to him what he wants to do. He's made huge amounts of money at this stage of his career. So we'll have to wait and see. But first and foremost, it's AJ Ruiz, or Ruiz AJ2, and it's Saudi. So we can't wait.
Obviously, we're just about to start, but I've got to ask you one final question.
Sure.
Thoughts on Tyson Fury going to the WWE?
I love Tyson Fury. He's done brilliantly the way he's come back from all of his issues. I thought he beat Deontay Wilder. He's had a tough time last time out with a bad cut. Listen, what does he do? He flips one out again. He pulls one out of the hat and off he goes to the WWE. I think it's a brilliant marketing tool, and there's never a dull moment when Tyson's around.
100%. Adam Smith, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Take care.